From the station working for you, this is Good Morning Indiana, streaming now.
Now at 4:30, local businesses are banding together during this pandemic. Their effort with the city of Zionsville to make shopping local easier. And a local organization is making sure kids at high risk for COVID-19 can still enjoy some holiday fun this year. The special effort they made to bring some smiles and holiday cheer. It is Monday morning here on WRTV's Good Morning Indiana. Thanks for joining us. I'm Lauren Casey. Todd Clausen has the day off, and so we have Alyssa Donovan in-house with us today. Alyssa, it's great to see you. What can people expect as they head out the door this morning?
Yeah, great to see you too, Lauren. It's going to be a chilly start today. We do have a few flurries in the air as well. You can see those weak returns on our radar. Most of those are to the north of us, but can't rule out seeing a few flurries here in Indianapolis. Besides that, you're going to notice today we have a lot of cloud coverage. It's going to be a cloudy start to our work week. Temperatures right now this morning in the 30s across the area, 31 in Indianapolis. So we are below freezing. So if we do see any of that light precipitation, it will be those light flurries outside. And we do have those light northerly winds. Now those are helping really bring our temperatures down. So our actual temperatures in the 30s, but it feels more like the 20s this morning as you step outside. So this is definitely a day that you want to grab that warmer jacket to start your day. Temperatures will only climb into the low 30s this afternoon with mostly cloudy skies.
Alyssa, thank you. Let's take a look at traffic as you're heading out the door this morning. Here's I-65 and I-70 at the North Split here in downtown. You can see traffic there is traveling up to speed. Pretty quiet out that way. Right now, no crashes to report around the metro area to slow down your Monday morning commute. Let's go to the latest now on COVID-19's impact here on the state of Indiana. The State Department of Health reports more than 14,000 new cases over the weekend. More than 7,700 were confirmed on Saturday and more than 6,600 on Sunday. That brings the state's total number of cases to 381,617. 112 more deaths were also reported over the weekend. And so far this month, 246 Hoosiers have died with the virus. November's total has increased to more than 1,500. It's the deadliest month since the pandemic began. The Marion County coroner's office says with COVID-19 and an increase in homicides, it is stretched thin and they're in great need of more staff and funding. A public hearing will be held tonight during the City County Council meeting over their request for $275,000 in additional money. Chief Deputy Coroner Alfie McGinty tells WRTV that the office's death investigators are used to handling about 150 cases through this time of the year. Most of them are now at more than 350 cases already. McGinty says that what they need is more staff.
We're utilizing pathologists that we've had to call from other states to just come and help perform autopsies. Because our pathologists are overwhelmed. Ultimately, there's going to be a price that someone is going to have to pay if we don't have the staff to do the job that we need to do.
The City County Council is expected to vote on the funding request tonight. That money would also be used for more supplies and PPE. At 4:33, some states are issuing more stay-at-home orders. This as the FDA will work this week to discuss approving Pfizer's vaccine. ABC's Mona Kosar Abdi has the latest.
This morning, more than 33 million people in California now under strict stay-at-home orders.
I think it was inevitable until a vaccine comes.
The new restrictions in California's major metro areas, forcing bars, hair salons, and movie theaters to close. Restaurants are limited to takeout and delivery only, and gatherings of people from different households are prohibited. Across California, nearly 1 in 10 coronavirus tests is now coming back positive. Intensive care capacity at hospitals dropped below 15% this weekend. But in some counties, defiance from law enforcement. Sheriffs in Riverside, San Bernardino, and Orange counties are refusing to enforce the lockdowns.
These closures and stay-at-home orders are flat out ridiculous. The metrics used for closures are unbelievably faulty and are not representative of true numbers and are disastrous for Riverside County.
Meanwhile, California is not alone. Across the country, more than 101,000 people are in the hospital with the virus, nearly twice as many as a month ago. ABC News getting a look inside this field hospital in Worcester, Massachusetts, where doctors say they're better prepared this time.
It's a little bit easier this time in the sense that we know how to set things up. We've learned a few things.
And now, an urgent warning for holiday shoppers. The CDC recommends avoiding in-store shopping and opting for curbside pickup instead. If you must go inside, they say go off hours, only touch what you plan to buy, and use touchless payment systems. But this morning, hope is on the horizon. Pfizer's vaccine is being delivered to British hospitals today. Vaccinations begin there tomorrow. The vaccine could get the green light here in the U.S. after this Thursday's FDA hearing. Mona Kosar Abdi, ABC News, New York.
Small businesses are uniting as they turn to online shopping to stay afloat in this pandemic. The town of Zionsville is helping them out by creating an online marketplace for all vendors to use. It's a model local leaders believe other cities could use as well to help their local business owners. The marketplace allows customers to search all local businesses for what they're looking for, making it easier and more convenient to shop small.
We've seen all types of businesses adjust and adapt, whether they're retail, whether they're service-based, whether they are a restaurant. You know, people are doing what's needed in order to keep their businesses going. And this year, we are trying to do as a chamber what's necessary to support those businesses' needs to make sure that they are around after this is all over. And because almost 70% of every dollar that comes into a small business stays local, that means that every dollar that we put back into the local economy or we keep here, rather than having it go to a different corporation outside of our area, means that we are supporting our local economy.
Well, the site is growing every day, and right now there are more than 15 businesses participating. You can check it out at shopzionsvillechamber.com. And with many annual art shows and fairs canceled this year due to the pandemic, the Indianapolis Arts Council is hoping people will support local artists this holiday season through their new online marketplace. Right now, the annual winter art sale is completely available online. This year, they have more than 90 artists from Central Indiana. Each one is able to create their own page within the marketplace, which can be viewed like a storefront, allowing artists to engage with their customers. The Art Center's president hopes this helps artists survive this pandemic.
So we saw a lot of the, older artists in that sector retire. It was just too much for them. Their whole year's income was just vanished, and so they didn't have an outlet. And when you look at that, that's where having a high focus on innovation, during this pandemic, on doing things, not in a way to replicate or substitute, but just innovating and developing new ways and new models and new thinking, was how can we give them, access to audiences? And really, it was to build this foundational structure of a marketplace.
Well, the winter art sale is open right now at artcentermarket.com. It will close this Thursday, December 10th at 6 p.m. If you plan to mail some gifts this year, the Postal Service is now opening some branches on Sundays. It started last weekend and it's going to continue through the 20th. About 24 post offices will be open across central Indiana, and that includes 6 in Indianapolis, Castleton, Eagle Creek, Nora, Park, Fletcher, Speedway, and Southport. For a complete list of the hours, look for this story at WRTV.com. Families who have children with life-threatening conditions have essentially been in quarantine since the pandemic began. But one organization gave those families a chance to safely get out of their homes and enjoy some holiday fun. On Sunday, the Indiana chapter of A Kid Again allowed around 350 people from at-risk families to visit Conner Prairie walking lights display. The plans for the event were approved by the health department. Everyone was required to wear masks, flow into the event one way, and there was timed entry and social distancing. We talked to one kid who says this was a good way for everyone to get their minds off what's happening in this pandemic.
So far, it's been really cool. I just got done talking to Santa, and next I'm probably going to go look at the Christmas lights. This is the first time I've been out of the house since March and been able to do anything other than school.
Well, the Indiana Pacers and Jax Pacific also partnered with A Kid Again to provide 3,400 toys for this event, allowing each kid to take one home. Glad they got to experience that. Well, today progress is expected to be made on a COVID-19 relief bill. Coming up, what it includes and a big element many say is missing. And in a game full of big plays, it came down to one big mistake. We'll take a look at the Colts' critical game against Houston. Alyssa.
And today's going to be a chilly one. Those temperatures just a little bit below average, and then we are warming way up as we head through the work week. I'll break down all the details coming up. You're watching Good Morning Indiana. We'll be right back.
Welcome back. It is 4:42. It is a somber day today as we mark 79 years since the attack on Pearl Harbor. For the National Remembrance Day, Governor Eric Holcomb is directing all flags to be flown at half staff. That's in accordance with President Trump's order that's in effect until midnight tonight. The attack by the Japanese killed 2,403 Americans. Every year, a ceremony is held at the USS Arizona Memorial with Pearl Harbor survivors and World War II vets in attendance. But this year, to protect them in this pandemic, the ceremony will be closed to the public. Instead, it will be streamed on the Pearl Harbor National Memorial's Facebook page. The president says that his personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, has tested positive for COVID-19. The 76-year-old former New York City mayor could have exposed hundreds of people to the virus. He's been traveling to battleground states as the president tries to overturn election results. On several occasions, he met with officials for hours at a time with no mask on. Giuliani was admitted to the Georgetown University Hospital and tweeted yesterday that he was, quote, feeling good, but there's been no other updates on his condition. More details are expected today on a new COVID-19 relief bill proposal. The $908 billion measure is expected to get backing from President Trump and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. What we do know is the deal would not include $1,200 direct payments to most Americans. Today's expected proposal would be attached to a larger year-end spending bill needed to avoid a government shutdown this weekend. Since the pandemic, more people have been buying appliances marketed to help kill COVID-19. From spring to summer, demand for washing machines, purifying steam went up 46%. Sales of air treatment appliances went up 23%, but an infectious disease and emergency medicine physician says these features likely won't have a big impact on reducing transmission of the coronavirus, as it doesn't spread easily by touching surfaces or clothing. Costco says it's continuing special shopping hours for seniors and other vulnerable groups due to the rise in COVID-19 cases. Most club hours for seniors 60 and older and members with disabilities are 9 to 10 a.m. Monday through Friday. However, many locations have varying hours, so you want to check your location to confirm the hours. Costco is one of the first retailers to require masks in its stores. The retailer recently updated its policy to no longer make exemptions for shoppers' medical conditions, but children under the age of 2 are still excused. It is 4:45. Let's get a check of our forecast on this Monday with meteorologist Alyssa Donovan. Hey, Alyssa.
Hey, it's a chilly start today. Temperatures are in the 30s. It feels a little colder than that. Feels more like 26 degrees right now in Indianapolis, and that's because we have those light northerly winds right now moving through the area. That's helping usher in that cooler Canadian air. That's going to continue to impact us today and into tomorrow. And what's going on is we do have this quick system that's moving through right now. That's mostly bringing us a lot of cloud coverage that's going to impact us throughout the day, but you can see on our radar that we're also seeing a few weak returns, so that means we have a few flurries outside as well. Can't rule out seeing those through about the noon hour today. Besides that, cloud coverage is going to be persisting throughout our afternoon hours. We could see a little bit of a break in that system later this afternoon, maybe a peak of sunshine. That will help warm us up if we do see that, but if we don't, those temperatures are going to stay below 40 degrees for our afternoon highs. So what's going on is we have that chilly air in the forecast. We have that low that has creeped across the area, that cold front that pushed through last week, and that's going to continue to move out of the area as we head into the next couple days. So it's going to stay cold today and tomorrow, but then we have more mild air that's going to move into the area Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and into Saturday, taking our temperatures into a climb. We're going to start this week with those temperatures only in the 30s, and then we'll be into the low 50s by Thursday. Now, Thursday night and into Friday night, that's when we start to see some changes. By Friday night, this system will start to track into the area. That's going to bring us the potential of some showers on Friday and Saturday. Now, because those temperatures are so warm, it is going to be showers. Not expecting any snow cover with this system moving through at this point. Even though it is December, we would expect some snow, but we're expecting rain as we head into next weekend. So today, to start your day, a chilly day, flurries to start out. Temperatures in the low 30s across the area. You want that warmer jacket, though. Feels a lot more like the 20s. By noon, about 35 degrees. We'll continue to see mostly cloudy skies. Maybe some peaks of sunshine by the early afternoon hours. Highs today only into the upper 30s. We'll start to see that cloud coverage filter back in overnight tonight. Looking at our 7-day forecast, staying chilly tomorrow, near average with those temperatures, 41 degrees. Usually 42 is our daytime high this time of year. So tomorrow's going to feel like your typical December December day with some cloud coverage hanging around, but a little bit more sunshine in the forecast. Continuing to see partly to mostly sunny skies on Wednesday. That's when we start to see that temperature really climb into the low 50s, and that's where we stay as we head into Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Friday night and into Saturday, that's when you see those chances of showers back in the forecast.
All right, Alyssa, thank you so much. Let's take a look right now at your commute on this Monday morning. Things are pretty quiet up here in the dog leg. This is I-65 and I-865 on the northwest side. You can see traffic there is traveling smoothly. All lanes are open, so that is good news. Let's take it down to the near south side. I-65 here south of the downtown area. This is a view near Keystone Avenue where we had that long-term bridge project. But you can see right now things are quiet, traveling up to speed, and all lanes are open, so that is good news. Well, the Colts are back on top of their division. They're down to the wire win against the Texans, tying them 8-4 with the Tennessee Titans. WRTV's Brad Brown breaks down the surprising finish.
The first half between the Colts and Texans featured multiple servings of offense. Colts got the first score of the game, T.Y. Hilton finding the end zone for the second straight Sunday. He had 100 receiving yards in the first half. Houston came back with the next 10 points. Colts would retake the lead after that. Nyheim Hines gets into the end zone in the final minute of the opening quarter, his third touchdown of the season. Later, Phillip Rivers with the short pass to Jonathan Taylor. He had only one touch in the game prior to this, but would go untouched to the end zone to give the Colts a 21-10 lead. The teams combined for 502 yards of offense in the first half. Indy was up 24-20 at the break.
We got a lot of guys in our running back room that can make plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground and pass protection. It doesn't matter. So my biggest thing was whenever my number was called, I had to make sure that I was executing because I know the team is counting on me and I know the other guys in the running back room are counting on me.
Defenses dominated after that. The Colts got the game's first takeaway late in the third quarter. Kenny Moore simply taking the ball away from Brandon Cooks. A scoreless third quarter left the Colts leading by 4 to start the fourth. Taking a big chance to make it a 2-score game. 4th down and 1, Taylor gets stuffed in the middle of the line. Colts pass up some sure points, but leave the Texans buried deep.
A lot of confidence in that call, the situation. We had momentum. We had a good drive going. My gut feeling and our confidence in our offense to pick up the play. There was multiple options on the play.
Just a few plays later, Justin Houston comes up big for the D, takes down Deshaun Watson for the safety, extending Indy's lead to 6. But the Colts defense would have to get it done one more time. They get some help with a bad snap to Watson under 90 seconds to go. Grover Stewart dives in, keeps the ball loose. Anthony Walker recovers, and that seals the win. Hold your breath all the way to the end. The Colts escape with a 26-20 victory after a most improbable shutout in the second half.
You got to believe me. You got to play to 0-0 on the clock. You never know what can happen. I've been around this game so long. I saw so many plays that happened at the last second, so many crazy plays. So you always got to believe and you always got to continue to play to 0-0 on the clock.
The only thing we had in our mind was we got to stop them. We can't let them score. It's too late in the game. And we got to show them like why we one of the top defense.
Great play by our defense, being strong, hanging in there. They're moving the ball. Deshaun's a great quarterback. Fought hard all game. Their team fought hard all game, but we knew that we had enough to make a game-winning stand, and we were able to come up with that.
Obviously, the defense came up with a big turnover, a big safety. Obviously, the big turnover at the end to win the game. So, special teams had some huge plays come over and get called back. But, I don't know. I mean, I think we found out we can win anyway. I mean, we can win anyway. We found plenty of ways to win. We're going to hang in there and stick together no matter what.
The Colts got some help from Cleveland on Sunday. The Browns taking down the Titans in a big way. So the Colts and Tennessee are now tied for the AFC South lead. Titans hold a tiebreaker at the moment, but both teams have 8 wins with 4 games remaining. The Colts play in Las Vegas against the Raiders next Sunday. Brad Brown, WRTV Sports.
Brad, thank you. The NFL's Week 13 continues tonight right here on WRTV. It's Buffalo taking on San Francisco. They're actually playing at the Cardinals Stadium out in Arizona. Local COVID-19 protocols have forced the 49ers to move their work outside of home facilities. Live coverage starts at 8 o'clock tonight. A new gift idea for Friends fans just after the break. A look at the new line of Chandler Bing-themed merchandise that's also helping a good cause. And Indiana election leaders are facing a lawsuit from voters with disabilities. Coming up new at 5, why blind voters say they experienced discrimination. It is 4:52 on your Monday. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Friends star Matthew Perry is channeling his inner character, Chandler Bing, with new merchandise right in time for the holidays. The actor created t-shirts, sweatshirts, mugs, and baseball caps, all with the Chandler theme. All the proceeds go to support the World Health Organization's COVID-19 relief efforts. But there isn't a lot of time left. The line is only available for 2 more weeks. So, Alyssa, if you have a Friends fan on your Christmas list.
I am a Friends fan.
There we go.
I'm like a huge Chandler Bing fan too.
I know.
So.
I think you might be my favorite, possibly.
Yeah,
so.
for everyone looking to get me a gift.
There you go.
There you go.
2 weeks left.
Perfect. Found it. We are going to have a pretty nice week. We just have to get through today, really. Today's going to be the cold day in the forecast. Temperatures in the upper 30s with mostly cloudy skies, possibly even a few flurries this morning. And then we are going to start a warming trend as we head towards the weekend. 54 degrees by Friday. Showers come in Friday night and Saturday.